All ladies and gentlemen, and everybody out there, welcome to Thursday Throwdown. I am one of your co-casters for the night, Corridon. Joined none other by Dr. Fish. Dr. Fish, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited for these matches. We've got a couple of bangers tonight.
Yeah, it's
Um,
going to be a great night. We got two matches coming at you guys tonight. First one, we're going to step into Legacy Silver. We're going to see Dirty Mike and the boys taking on Agent P. Ellie and the Light Showers, aka Light Showers. Astral Frog versus Geranium Battle. And then coming in after that one, we're going to slip into Pro, the Pink Conference, where we're going to see Swanky Pants for Sheepies versus Mick for Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich.
for sure. So we're gonna run down the classes quickly. We have bands in from the players. We're gonna see we have Druid, Shaman, Warlock, Warrior for Draining Battle, and we have Demon Hunter, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock for Astral Frog, and it's a double Warlock ban.
Yeah, we were just talking a little bit beforehand that it is an interesting ban. I know lots of people, Warlock and Shaman are kind of your your typical bans right now. So seeing double Warlock ban kind of makes me think that some of these decks it kind of gives the decks away, if you know what I mean, Fish. Like
Yeah,
Astral's Rogue, you're probably not bringing Poison Rogue and then banning the Warlock, which is usually one of the better
yeah,
matchups. And in Geranium's favor, he's banning the Warlock, and typically in the Druid, the aggro Druid can get punished, but sometimes that Anaconda Druid can sneak through and get a decent win.
yeah.
So we're going to see both Shamans play tonight, which is very unheard of. And
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm looking at
I've
kind
been
of a weird
banning
deck I
it.
haven't seen a lot played lately, and that's the Warrior coming out of Geranium Battle. What do you think? Control, big, quest?
um. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It I my guess is it's either a control or maybe even a rush. A rush,
Rush Warrior.
but it could
Days of Old.
it could be, maybe it does have a few updated cards.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how it does into this particular lineup of Astral. So I would lean maybe more towards control here, or perhaps a big. For sure. I'm gonna get the players ready to go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting to see. I think the Warrior is going to be the biggest question mark coming into this
I
right
I
now.
agree.
What it's going to be, if it's that Rush Warrior of old. I mean, as you said, it's got a couple more tools, but really the core of it didn't exactly change. It's still your common variety of, bumper cars and Rakaras, and
Yeah.
sometimes that Alex finisher off the top, Watley draw. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's, or if we're going with that big Warrior, which I have seen a few lists being bumped around on Twitter right now, which some people are trying to, I feel like every expansion, somebody tries to make big Warrior a thing simply because
That's me.
that's you. Yeah, that's Dr. Feast.
I haven't done it this expansion.
I love Big Warrior. I love the thought of it. I mean, you can call me guilty. You can hate me after. I loved Big Priest and cheating stuff out.
Mhm.
Before Barnes and stuff like that, the Res Priest of old, cheating stuff out seems fun to me. So, but Big Warrior doesn't seem to cheat that much. It more keeps the game under control until it can get
Yeah,
down the big 7 mana
for sure.
draw and everything like that. So we'll have to see what Geranium has up his sleeve.
Yeah. So for those watching, Astral Frog is going to be first to spectate, and Geranium will be second. So Astral Frog on the bottom, Geranium Battle on the top. We've got two very very good 3 seeds, and we've got some cams coming out from the players tonight, which will be working.
Yeah, both 2-0 right now as well. So someone's walking away a winner, someone's walking away a loser. But
Oh
I
yeah.
think both these guys have been doing very well for themselves in the shorter legacy season. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, this is a 9 week season, and we have some cross conference going on this
Yeah, I
week.
believe this is. I think this is
There's
cross conference
there's
this week.
two. Yeah, it is. This is a full week
Yes.
of cross conference. This is Gold conference for Dranium and silver, like you mentioned, for Astral.
Yeah. All right. So we are in here.
Yes.
So we're looking. So Astral Frog has led with the shaman, looking like a quest shaman from the nice little notification over top of his head. And this is a very interesting druid from Geranium. Is it a? It's got to be a clown druid, right?
Yeah, looks like a clown druid. We see a survival of the fittest in the hand.
Yeah, survival of the fittest really tells me it's clown, but living seed also in the hand. So
Yeah,
looking to pull some, we see Twilight Runners, but maybe there's a
maybe,
Moonfang sitting
maybe
in
the
there.
maybe the I don't know. I'm unsure about this, but we have Twilight
Yeah,
Runners, so
yeah, runner. I mean, runners in any type of slower druid deck are definitely not uncommon, I would say. I
yeah,
think Twilight Runner been a staple in Druid for quite a while when you just need that draw, but you also need a little bit of minion pressure.
yeah, for sure.
So Astral Frog just gonna progress this quest a little bit slowly. Gets the wolf spirits, the feral spirit down there, and what you see here from Gerania probably just lightning bloom the one of the tigers down here, one of the runners.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to rush in the broom because that's really, I mean, broom is for big swing turns when you hit like a Cenarian ward or
hmm.
um, something crazy like that.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
So Geranium probably looking for what I'm assuming is a guardian animals in the deck as well, but drawing both of those. Now there might not be because he does run living seed. So that kind of has a bit of a negative work together. So down comes the Twilight Runner and pass it back to Astral Frog, who unfortunately can't deal with this very cleanly. Um, actually, no, can't. So could complete step 1 of the quest. Not a ton of overload, unfortunately, though. So you kind of in that first turn, you want to see a big swing turn that really utilizes the unlock your overload effect. So here, unlocking 4 and going into turn 4 with full mana is pretty nice. Being able to draw off the investment opportunity into another Canal Slogger.
yeah, that's a really good pull. The other Canal Slogger, um, likely the Slogger is just hiding behind the taunts is just so key essentially, and Geranium being overloaded as well means that there's really not much to do here. You could there's nothing really with the innervate. The everything costs a little much, so we're probably just gonna see a hero power. Um, I
Ooh, doesn't
guess
even
I
attack.
guess holding the swing with the minion is I don't know why exactly because this really needs draw.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
sure
mean,
there's some reason I'm not thinking about. Maybe he wants to preserve it to just to have a potential other swing turn
yeah, I think it
with the
preserves the life on it because typically he's going to go Thresher
Thresher
Broom next
Broom. Yeah,
turn
Thresher
with the
Broom.
Innervate,
Yeah,
which is going to be able to clear off a lot of the board, and not attacking does preserve it. He's going to be able to
agreed.
push face and actually keep a very strong board. Astral Frog here deciding what he wants to do. I know he was looking at the Diligent and like a Lightning Bloom. That would get him on track to the second step of the quest, which
Yeah,
is the 3/3 taunt, which to me seems like a very your first step typically seems like the one that shouldn't be the best one. And to be 100% fair, I think unlocking the mana crystals early on is probably the smarter design,
yeah,
but later on could have been absolutely insane for this druid or for this shaman quest.
yeah.
As
My
we said, here comes that thresher.
yeah. So we're gonna see most of the board cleared up. Actually, all the board is gonna get cleared up here.
Wow, yeah, so it does take that. So
Um,
this stabilizes quite nicely in
mhm,
Geranium's favor. He
yeah.
misses the
There's
Astral does miss healing, doesn't
clowns.
really want healing.
Yeah.
Marshbun not activated.
Oh,
Gonna be able to complete quests here if we go for the diligent double lightning bolt turn.
yeah.
Um, There are the clowns in hand.
Yeah, clowns are in
Just
hand, but there were still a few turns off. No ramp being drawn. Very unfortunate. Um, we see all the tools of a win for the druid, but there's no. But if this questline shaman gets to the Brucon, gets it down, uh, with spells doing double damage, it's just easy to go over the top for this shaman deck.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be just survive for Dranium here.
Yes.
I don't expect anything else than just get to the survival turn and then play your clowns. But as you said, going over the top is kind of what Shaman does. So like saving lightning bolts, maybe in the grand scheme of things might be okay, but just gonna play it out. Clear off the board with this landslide. The Marsh Spawn activated for next turn, and we'll have to see what we draw into. Second Broom, man. No wild growth, no overgrowths, no guardian animals, but man, I don't think anything's coming out of GA
I
if
don't
it's even in the deck.
I think there's one
One Thresher,
one Thresher left
maybe.
in deck probably.
Yeah,
Based on prior builds.
yeah, there's a Teacher's Pet, which didn't really even make the cut way back when.
Nah, usually it's just Moonfang once we hit the expansion.
Just a little bit more aggressive. But I guess
the
in
mid expansion.
this meta, maybe a little bit more of an aggressive if you're going into like an elemental shaman. Teacher's
what a
Pet can
draw.
definitely help. Wow, Guidance is going to complete the quest. Can actually rip off it with Diligent Note Taker if the Astral wants to go for maximum value here, which I think you just take it.
I think you go for it, yeah. You
It's
complete.
going to be able to get you very, very close to Brucon. And,
Agreed.
Ooh, those
Hex.
are very
A Hex is good.
strong.
A Hex is indeed good. Revolve as well. For those 8/8 clowns, you can just revolve them into. Yeah, it'll be 9 drops, but hey, they won't all be taunt clowns. Like,
no, yeah, you can definitely push through. There is not a ton, really, just Sleepy Dragon, I believe, at the 9 taunt column, and
we're gonna rip it.
Sometimes you can revolve a clown. You can't revolve a clown into a clown, right? Even if it's corrupted. I'm not too sure.
You might be able to. You might be able to revolve it into the uncorrupted clown because that's a different card.
Very interesting on use of the revolve there.
I think it's just using mana there. Yeah, I like the denial of draw for sure.
Second Teacher's Pet, man.
Yeah, so Geranium was going all out on the Haunt Beast just to kind of deal with potential aggro decks. While this Shaman is, I'd say, aggressive, it's just not a board based deck. Like, this deck is trying to just do as much as it can to get the quest complete and then kill you from there.
Yeah, Shaman really thrives into decks that love to play on the board. So going into an Elemental Shaman, an Aggro Druid, a Face Hunter, that's what Shaman or Quest Shaman loves because it can hit big Perpetual Flame turns very early on and essentially close the game out for any aggressive deck. So it's very interesting, for Geranium, looks like he's actually going after this Shaman with playing something that's not so board-centric and going full face here.
Oh, we see a charged call, but there's no overload cards.
No overload, but we do have an activated Marsh Spawn.
We do have a Marsh Spawn, indeed. We can go looking.
And no overload. Sir.
I think...
You go with no fin.
Yeah, it's got to be no fin. If it's
no fin is a 2/2 when Brucon comes down, and you find Serpent Shrine portals. You double the Serpent Shrine, double a no fin. You've won the board back essentially at that point. But Astral's getting very close. Like, this is the turn he needed to get that overload down, and unfortunately does miss.
Yeah. We're probably just gonna have to go with the Deathmatch Pavilion or a Hero Power. Wind Fury doesn't seem too helpful here.
No, doesn't clear off this Teacher's Pet at all. Wind Fury comes down, and oh my.
It's a Lone Shark. That's
so
good. That is so good for Geranium.
Good for Geranium. Brutal for Astral.
I know. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, Geranium can't kill it off. So it won't be able to activate this turn.
Do you ever just play the clowns?
Into this deck, I might.
They're 4/4s.
I know, yeah,
Just saw that he
for
didn't
sure.
complete his quest last turn.
I
You've got
well,
8 damage on board.
yeah. W- I'm
It's a
wondering if
difficult decision.
is it just Overgrowth Teacher's Pet?
It very well could
Because
be.
you
Take
go
it
to
slow.
10 mana and then next turn it's survival for essentially winning, but we're gonna go for the broomstick play here. We're gonna get out the we are gonna go for the
Yeah, it does get
kind
the
of
overgrowth,
a slightly different line than I mentioned, but I think that this is the winning line for the Druid.
Oh,
The double trade does surprise me a bit. But
well, what can we find out? Oh, Alakir, the Wind Lord, cleans up a little bit.
Clears up a couple of things here for sure. Might want to just rip the other one. Could go for no fin. Could even hex something potentially if he wants to deny the coins, but I don't think denying the coins at this point is that big of a deal.
You need to remove as much. If we're hexing anything, it's definitely going to be the 5/5 Divine Shield.
Agreed.
You can't clean.
Oh, another Alakir here.
Dude,
That's so big. So much stats. It's not gonna lethal, but it's taunts in the way.
No, I mean we're not looking for lethal. He's just looking for surviving.
Exactly.
And this just cleans the board up. I don't think we care about Zixor.
No, I don't think you go through. I don't think you worry about Zixor here.
You just clear off as much as you absolutely can.
Yeah, and then you go.
And now you have 3, and even Taunt Totem.
Yeah, Taunt Totem's really huge. It's gonna present a difficult scenario for Geranium to essentially survive. Maybe, but the no fin can stop us is gonna be huge. If I think one of the Alakirs is getting cleaned up here.
They both.
Actually, they both are. Yeah,
slamming,
you slam. Sorry, you slam that and you clear both up. So it's gonna be tough. With Clowns imminent. Now Astral probably already guessed based off all that what this deck is. It's gonna have to manufacture some magic here. There's no Brucon. There's not damage. I think Geranium just gets there this game. But we'll see how this plays out. It's not completely over yet.
No, outs of the deck right now, I'm really not seeing a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's not a great way to deal with big minions coming out of Astral's deck.
Exactly.
The
Slockers are gone.
Great pickup. The Hex is a great pickup, but
it's slow. It's
removable.
It's removable,
It does keep you alive for next turn.
We're just
Weaving in the hero power?
Weave in the hero power.
All right. Allows for next turn you can hit it and just push face.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah. Although he's
one additional armor.
Yeah, he if he's gonna he's just not gonna play Clowns next turn. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what gets generated. Devolves.
Keep them both.
Get both. Wow, charged and that. So we get Brucon and double charge call.
They're 9 costs though. You don't typically like seeing 9 costs, but I don't think you can play the devolving yet. You gotta know Clowns are somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be aware.
Yeah.
That they might just slam down.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think you have to double charge call here. 9 drops aren't ideal, but you got to go for the Sleepy Dragon. If you devolving here, you clear the board, you stay yourself alive, but Clowns are coming down, and I don't think you win at that point.
Exactly.
You need to push. You need to set up a counter lethal here. Double no fin after some big minions could get them there.
Exactly. So you definitely played the.
Okay, all right, it's fine. I just don't see how we win.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Healing Totem? Strength Totem.
Strength Totem. The unfortunate part is that Clowns just gets pushed through. There's enough Clowns on the board where this is gonna be very tough now to get through. You can't hex 2 minions. You can only hex 1. It'll trigger twice. But hey, make 2 frogs out of 1.
Make that frog a better frog.
For sure. And it looks like we're gonna get a GA, which will allow for the hero power to come through. Big Thresher clears up damage in there. So this is with no clowns coming down, this does leave a bit of... This does leave some of the board open to for a chance for Astral with this Hex coming in. With you can go charge.
No, Wallmaker first. Wallmaker first. Get 10 drops. Runaway Blackwing. That's
Yeah,
a good one.
I think Blackwing's your best pick for sure.
Runaway Blackwing.
Another Blackwing. We like it.
Hex the 8, D8, 10.
Yeah.
I did like going for Wandmaker there, seeing if we got the overload.
Which they did.
Ooh, that's
unfortunate. You can't play the Perpetual here.
Yeah, play it, but the double cast, if he finds some decent spell damage?
Yeah. For sure, spell damage can get us there.
I'm just trying to think, with this Wind Fury and a double no-fin.
It's close. We're gonna get through a lot of things. Okay, so we got a Primordial Studies.
Take the free one.
Probably take a free one. Take the Novice for sure. Or Novice or Geomancer. They're both ended up free.
Oh, Stuart, interesting. Just looking for Revolve maybe to...
I wouldn't want to Revolve with the Blackwings, but I mean, it's understandable if you want to look for it. Double Steward, so Astro really wants to look for something here. Let's see what he finds. Lightning Storm. Wow, that's a board clear.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Board's gone. Game's over. It's over. The Lightning Storm lethal. Oh, wow. That's insane.
And there's the no-fin.
There's no-fin too. Well played.
But you can't count that board out. Wow. Very smart by Astro Frog, finding the way to push that lethal through a board of 8/8s. I mean, like you were saying, Geranium looked like he had that the whole game, but just a little. I don't even know if it was too slow. He just didn't have ramp, right? I mean, he didn't have the ramp.
It was a lack of ramp.
Yeah, he got Wild Growth too slow. He got Overgrowth too slow. Having to be a little bit more defensive. Astral did give him the time, though. I mean, there was 2-3 turns where there was just no overload cards in sight. All right, we are going to see a role reversal. The Cherubeast Geranium battle on the Shaman of his own. And this time, we've got Astral Frog. And man, isn't that a hand? Skull in the far left. But I think the rest goes bye-bye.
Let's see. Yeah, I think the rest does go bye-bye.
Second skull in a very playable position.
That's... Wow. This is a good hand. I'm guessing this is the Fel DH that has been making the rounds. It looks to me that Fel DH. Yeah, I think so. With the Ilganoth still in there, it's that kind of mid-range. And yeah, that pretty much tells me what it is. Again, it's a board or a deck that's not very board-centric. It doesn't play a lot of minions. These Felgors are great, but really they're just there to draw. They're not there to do anything else. So we'll have to see how Geranium wants to kind of weave his way through this matchup. All right, Molark pulled off. Thinking of respecting the totem. Always respect totems. Oh, this turn. Just gotta... is he contemplating the Instructor Fireheart? I do not want to see a Fireheart. I think just toteming up is probably better than getting rid of her. Oh, we're gonna dig for one card. Investment opportunity isn't the worst. Yeah, you probably want that.
Lightning, not really playable.
Yeah,
you want Molten Blast doesn't really do much. Ilganoth drawn in, so no discounts on the Ilganoth or a Molarg.
That's unfortunate, but
still could be Glides, I guess, if he really wants to think positively.
Sure.
But
I don't want to see Fel Barrage hero power because it removes the minion and you get to do some damage phase. Could even opt to bump if you really want to do two face, but
I think I like the Chaos Strike too.
yeah,
I think
Chaos
either
Strike
is
is fine.
good.
Yeah, Chaos Strike Hero Power would have also been okay.
Yeah, Chaos Strike draws, but I guess the hesitation is you don't want to draw too much before your skulls, maybe?
Maybe
Because
yeah.
you've already got two combo pieces at 8 mana, so you
Yeah,
guarantee
I
have to hit
I don't
at least two combo pieces have to be hit by a skull. Either
sure.
another Moarg,
Sure. I
a Fell Blast, or the Arcanist.
I think the biggest thing to you can maybe even hit off of Skull would be a lower costing Jace.
If he's in, I have seen a few lists have started to cut Jace just
Really.
as it's interesting. It's
That's
one of those
interesting
things
because the
where
whole point of
is it
this deck I thought
slow?
was to do that.
Well, it's
A
not
f-
just
a
the
f-
Jace, right? It's the
yeah,
fact that
it's
Il'gynoth is still there.
true.
Jace can be a finisher, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
agree.
it's the finisher.
Yeah, so let's see what spell is drawn if we go for a Felgorger. There are
Yeah,
other
so
options for sure.
depending on what, I mean, it could be another Immo Aura,
Hmm.
could be the Fellscream Blast,
Yep.
which would probably be what Astral is looking for
Could
in
be
that
I
case.
could be I beam as well, but we're gonna just draw regularly. We find a
Oh,
talented Arcanist, so
that is an expensive combo.
that is an expensive piece. But we hopefully get to see some discounts next turn. We'll see Coin Skull.
Into Skull is a pretty good
Yeah,
turn for
Geranium
Astral.
Geranium is just not in a great spot. I would imagine we're probably gonna see a Canal Slogger here potentially, just
I
to
feel like you want to complete your quest as fast as possible, and like
could go with like
you
could go with like maybe Lightning Storm, Lightning Bolt, but that's a lot being used. Lightning Storm is that feels like because I don't
he's
have my tracker up. I don't know if that was found or whatnot. Was that maybe a guidance got played? Is what it looks like.
no he or did come off guidance. The
Okay,
Lightning Storm and the Molten
the
Blast
Molten
did come
Blast.
off of guidance.
Yes,
Um,
thank you.
but I think he's going a little too slow. You need to be the aggressor in this matchup. Astral is totally fine with sitting back and allowing him to draw cards. So I
Hmm.
think Geranium needs to just do like a Lightning Bloom, Lightning Bolt, complete your quest, play a Canal Slogger, like just absolutely go
Hmm.
crazy intense in this, but
Gotcha.
taking it slow. Like Lightning Storm gets rid, it gets your spells down, but now you're playing out a Bolt.
Playing Blast and Bolt.
I would have liked to see the Canal Slogger here.
Hmm.
Put a little pressure on Astral Frog and make him answer a 6 board because you're coming into a guarantee, possibly a Coin Skull turn. You want as much pressure as you can on the board. There's the Fell Scream and a Thalnos. Okay. So the combo is doable. We just need to get to 10 mana.
Okay. So decent discounts. The Fellscream Blast getting discount is really nice. We do see the Canal Stalker here with the Novice Zapper, so we are gonna complete the second part of the quest. His discharge call is currently at 7 cost. Um, so this is a big board for Astral to have to answer, but he does have like the Thalnos and stuff like that that he can use to really really kind of push this board out and be able to
There we
clear and heal.
go. That
Bellscream
gives them the
costing
flexibility to
0.
actually use some combo pieces now.
Yeah.
You don't want to use the Thalnos, you don't want to have to use it, but you definitely
Hmm.
Immolation or use earlier in the match on a 2/2 would really look amazing here right now.
It really would, yeah.
It would look. I wonder if there's a second Moarg in the deck. But the way that this is positioned is very good by Geranium because there's no clean clear on both.
So that leech is pretty good.
That
You can leech the
take
6/4 here. Just takes away that chunk of damage you're gonna take.
and can clear majority of the board, just leaving up a 3/3 if he chooses to use the Blood Mage, which I don't
Yeah.
mind it. It puts you a little bit behind schedule, but
Hmm.
it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, just choose to leave it up. That's a spell damage minion.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a bit risky to do. We see the ability for Dranium to complete his quest and get the Brucon to hand with this
Yeah, but
perpetual flame and the Serpent Shrine portal.
it would overload
It would
him.
overload enough where he wouldn't be able to play the Brucon. Yes.
He could play it. He just wouldn't be able to play anything with it.
Okay.
Because he would go to
8
8 mana, and
mana. Oh,
Perpetual
plus
does
that.
2,
Just 2.
plus
1.
the
Okay.
Serpent Shrine would do
Yeah.
another 1. So
Makes sense.
he'd be able to play it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
You take board, you Serpent Shrine his face, he has to react,
Mm-hmm.
and
We're gonna see a Slogger, I guess. Maybe Slogger.
that's fine too.
Cleaner. It's less overload, so you can. So if he draws a 1-coster, he can actually he draws a 1-coster, he can kind of deal with, or not.
It's the same
Make
amount
it
of
so
overload.
easy. It is. Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
of course it is. Because Perpetual Flame got played, so it's still 3, but
Okay,
20
so
life. Moarg, second Moarg to hand.
again, really smart by Geranium. I can't stress enough his positioning is very, very good right now.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
There is an answer here for Astral. He does have the Aldachi. He does have Fury. Second Moarg in hand. You can't play it with your combo unless you have a second Talented Arcanist in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That is discounted, so you might as well just use the second one here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be able to clear up a bit. Just make sure you count your mana, and
Yeah.
I think this is a full clear if we go into. Might leave one minion on the board.
Yeah, might leave either. Probably has to leave the Zapper up, if that's the case. 'Cause you don't want. I wouldn't want to leave the Canal Slogger up.
Oh, doesn't use the Moarg.
Got a Skull.
Okay.
Interesting.
Immolation Aura? Oh,
Fell
Barrage.
Barrage.
Okay, there's your Jace, bud.
Sure.
And full clear. All right.
Well, clear. Wow. All right. Astro
very
got there.
lucky off that skull.
Really did. That was a great skull. Fury, and he did get the attack off. Just animations.
All right. Well, Slam, double charge call in hand. We got 9 costs next turn.
Yep.
And Astro is.
I mean, technically, we'll have 10 cost if you go with the Serpent Shrine.
We wouldn't. Well, yeah, you could weave it in next turn, I suppose. You could double. You could play your whole hand essentially. And
Yeah.
just absolutely flood the board.
Sure.
It would fill you exactly to 7, so it is a very nice swing, but that's a lot of your possibility
Agreed.
to use. So, I mean, just down comes Brucon, right?
Yep, I think Brucon's the play
Now,
here
if
for sure.
he doesn't clear this Thalanos, there's no way. No, because
No,
one of the
'cause-
Moargs would need to be cheaper.
Yeah, Moarg, it'd have to be 0-cost Moarg.
There
for
is
that.
some times where just not using Moarg and using a bunch of spell damage can actually get you there.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think in this case, Moargs are going to be necessary. I would expect a Jace next turn.
I think so too.
I don't really see any other plays.
Yeah, I think Jace is just really, really strong here.
Unless,
You
am I miscounting?
could equip the Eldraki first. A leech.
No.
And an Alacrity.
It's more card draw, so it is okay. It's just we need to survive. Astral has 2 turns, 2-turn lethal.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to count it. It unfortunately just the mana isn't quite there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's counting. Oh, if I play a Moarg and I use the Fell Scream, it's just not quite enough.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
I think I wonder if it's just Eldraki Jace and then you And I'm not sure if that's too slow of a line against this shaman. Maybe he wants to
Yeah.
save Jace for. Maybe he could save Jace for next turn if he expects some big pop off from the
Yeah.
from them. So looks like we're gonna see an equipped Eldrazi Warblades. We're gonna go face with that, and then looks like we're going Jace.
Oh.
All right,
Okay.
we're going in.
Uh, yeah, I kind of liked your line of saving this for next turn. This does clean up the board, but we're still just a little bit shy on lethal.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. I don't know if he got the attack off. Is my thing.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
very.
mean, we're not.
Okay, he got the swing. Okay, so they're at 8. So this is like it's like guaranteed if it's pretty much guaranteed lethal with
Yeah,
with
without any healing
Il'gynoth,
coming out,
yeah, no healing coming out for sure.
just an Ilgi, a Moarg, and Ilgi Moarg only does
No, Il'gynoth Talented
6?
Arc in his Fellscream Blast.
Yes, that would be just the 9 required to kill.
And they also have a swing face if there's no taunt, and even then you can still swing into
You
the
can
taunt.
just
You have
swing
so
at
much.
the taunt.
Yeah,
so,
and that's an extra 4. So it's already pretty much enough. If there's a Fury, it's just you can go that with a Fury and it's lethal. Immo or a given away, that doesn't matter. He just has to realize.
I think he does. Even if he doesn't, he does have a Chaos Leech as well.
Yes.
That can deal an additional 3.
Yeah.
If he's paranoid and doesn't get it, but does get it. Very nice. I mean, Geranium did give himself a little bit of chance there. He was positioning very well. He was making sure that he wasn't just going to get absolutely wrecked by big clears or second fell screams. But I think just a little bit slow, maybe. I would have liked to see some Canal Sloggers a couple turns earlier to keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
But good job by Ashel getting there. I mean, he weathered the storm. He cleared some very good boards. Jace was absolutely fantastic and found a pretty interesting lethal with Il'gynoth, I would say.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm so like finding the Il'gynoth lethal is great. Like we saw just how much damage Jace does. If the order kind of comes in correctly, like getting all those fell screams or all those the 2 fell blasts or whatever they're called. Not fell scream, but the other ones, yeah.
So we are going to see the question mark of my night, the rogue versus the druid, which I still think it's a quest druid. Sorry, so it's a miracle rogue.
The Baron's Rogue?
Is that what we're calling it these days?
It's Miracle, but
it's Miracle.
It's classified as Baron's Rogue.
Just because there's no new cards in it, I feel like there's Garrots, right? Just gotta
I think there's Garrots.
You gotta slip a Garrot. If you're drawing through your deck like insanely with field context, you'd be crazy not to put a Garrot in.
I have no clue why they call it that specifically.
I think it's because most of it is Baron's cards, which is very interesting that we don't call it like Baron's Hunter.
Yeah, I mean Baron's. I mean, a Face Hunter's the same deck essentially. Like
it had aim shot.
It added aim shot. It added aim shot. That was it.
Yeah. So maybe I'm missing why, but I feel like that is.
It's
so
silly.
Chucks the Kazakis, gets it back. Double Neophyte is going to be detrimental in this matchup. It's going to have to absolutely nail when to play them. There's a lot of, I say, quote unquote, ramp in the hand of Geranium because
a lot of artificial ramp.
Exactly. It's Wrong
man. Yeah, we're gonna ramp pretty fast here with this.
Yeah,
with this deck. We're looking at 6 ramp there. 2-2.
Yeah.
So next turn we're looking at a Primordial Protector play.
If that second Neophyte doesn't come flying down.
Oh, true, yeah.
Which, if we played the first one that fast, I feel like we play the second one. You're just trying to deny these wild growths, overgrowths, and Astral Frog does know that those are naturally, I mean, wild growth anyways, is naturally in the deck for Geranium.
I like it. We're getting we're getting it down. It's just delaying it on more and more, and it's
I mean,
getting
you get
and we're getting
late.
into. That's the thing is we're getting into a Kazakh's turn. Then Jandis like
Yeah.
this rogue does have a really nice curve. Like it might have that one awkward turn 5, but I mean, hey, you're gonna get a 5 golem. Like
You're gonna get exactly. You're taking the 5 golem. That slips right in. You just
yeah,
say,
it's
thank
really
you for filling.
really great curve so far. Really good awareness of what the deck does and like stopping potential early blowout turns. So we'll see what this Kazakhs will give next. What this Kazakhs gives here. We do have Foxy now.
Nah, you
For
slam
later.
Kazakhs and never look back.
Oh no, Foxy for later though. Like that's a good draw.
I see nothing.
You don't?
I see a lot of purple smoke.
Oh no. Well, they went 5. They picked. I'm guessing they picked Stealth, and they have Battle Cry. They have deal 3 to 2, deal 3 to 2, draw 2, and spell damage +2. So no copy.
Dang.
I'm guessing
No +2/+2.
No +2/+2 either. It's unfortunate.
That's a bad call.
Maybe you go for draw here, but
I
maybe
like spell damage.
Spell damage. Okay, he goes with draw 2. Divine Shield, draw 2. I didn't see the exact. I didn't see the exact pick of that, but.
All right. Well, double bloom into a primordial. You can then coin out or you could strongman and then coin a broomstick and completely win this board back. I really do think is what Geranium needs to do right now.
Yeah,
you cannot take another turn off.
Yeah, for sure. I have to change the classes.
That's going to give you 3 very good minions, allow you to rush in, swing the board back, and hopefully stabilize. You know there's a golem in hand. You have to go for a big turn here.
Yeah, no, I think I wonder if Geranium's just deciding whether he wants to go for the broom or not, but I think you generally go for the broom if you're going to do this.
If you don't go for the broom and you do that big turn, if that golem comes down and 2/2s you, you're dead.
Exactly.
Or the golem comes down and shoots 3/3 and is poison.
True.
You're dead.
Oh, so yeah, wow. I like this. Spellcraft. Okay, well that's absolutely massive. 2 taunts to go through is not what you like to see at all if you are a rogue. Rogue doesn't. This is not secret rogue. It doesn't have a way to step this minion back to their hand.
It's 20 on board for Geranium.
Yeah, this looks like a blowout game potentially.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, my friend.
No, I know. This deck has a lot in it for sure. I'm saying there's potential, but we do have these minions are all lower health. So,
Wicked Stab and a Brain Freeze makes a 20 and 8 very quickly.
Exactly.
You still have a passage if you want to look around.
Probably just. We think we just remove this 2/6 action because if you remove, there's no reason to remove the 7/4 right now. It's not. It's sticky, so you kind of don't want it to go to its second phase and be a 7/7 right now. I think the Wicked Stab Brain Freeze for sure is a good play. If we take it slow and go for the golem, then you just.
No, golem kills you.
You generally just lose. You don't have you would have to make that play under way more pressure. Next turn.
You know your opponent is extremely overloaded next turn.
Yes.
But you have a Jandis for next turn. You could Foxy here to just put something on the board, but yeah.
We see it. We see Foxy come down. Very good plays here. Could have even seen Foxy Brain Freeze, if wanted to do that. But we used all the mana.
Yeah,
that's good.
There's face pass.
It's face pass. Yeah, there's no play really next turn either. So if Jandis gives some good minions here, then it could still be quite fine here for Astral.
It's got to get some rush, or I don't know, at 5 mana
taunts.
What you're getting. Taunts are great, but I kind of like the secret passage into.
We're gonna go for the Greater Golem. Okay. Draws a Swindle and an Aug Merchant.
Oh, I don't think you want a passage now,
I think you want to Aug Merchant the 1/1. Or you want to
Why don't you
merchant.
plunder the 1/1 then?
Either. Yeah, I guess you want to use the plunderer. Because you want to...
Plunderer could do more later on, and
Yeah.
this...
Og
I
merchant
just
could
like
be...
being able
Og
to
merchant
value
could...
trade with the Og.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind either way. I think there's merits to both. Let's see. There's not enough ramp to get to any of these 8 cost spells. So we might just see a hero power trade the Og merchant with face and 7 again and then again 7 face, I would guess.
Yeah, it's just a very awkward turn.
It really is.
Just right out of reach of really taking
So,
control of the game again and getting down. I mean, you have one more
Mhm.
turn before you can really steamroll this game back
Yeah.
towards yourself with double guardian animals. We still know
Mhm.
there's threshers in the deck. There's
Yeah.
at least there's 2 teacher's pet, 2 threshers, and 2 runners in this deck.
Yeah, that should be all 6 beasts. He's gonna pop the shield. Okay, I don't mind popping the shield. I'm wondering if a reason that we could have played the plunder is because Og Merchant can 12 there's field contact. Never mind.
Yeah.
Kind of drew out of it. Let's see what this swindle gives us.
But yes, saving the plunderer. He's gonna count to see if he can do 4 damage with it.
It's quiet.
Just go.
Too quiet.
Don't think, just play. Second swindle picked up 1 thief. Yeah, not quite 4. So maybe you save. I do not see discover cards. What do we get? One of Cold. Very nice. With an Alex finisher on the top. Okay.
Okay.
I guess you plunderer, trade the 2/1 and then double trade?
Yeah, that would be my best guess. Good pickup of the Wicked Stab as well. So unfortunately these next couple of turns will be a bit rough. We do see one of the runners drawn, but that's no big deal. We're gonna see ourselves a guardian animals.
Alright, gets the runner on the board.
Does
Yep.
crucially no Thresher. And this could draw Threshers potentially. It doesn't draw them, but get rid of the most important card there, which is field contact. Cone's really good here. It because it stops the Druids from drawing more. We have.
What else are you doing if you cone?
I know. I'm thinking you might want to maybe go looking with Wand Thief with the Shadow Step or something like that.
I can just like Jandis Wicked Stab the 5/2 and pick up a Jandis.
Maybe that would be okay. I wouldn't mind that at all. Let's see what Astral ends up going with. I don't mind your line at all. Okay, maybe we are gonna get that. We saw the Wicked Stab hover over the 5/2.
Because then the turn after you could Jandis Tenwu
We're gonna
Jandis.
passage, okay.
Whoa! Did not see this one coming.
Did not. I agree.
Oh, can I have my other hand back, please? Oh man. Gonna clear off the teacher's pet, but
The Octobot gets played, but the Octobot just gets removed. Oh. Just gets removed without being...
oh no, a bear shark.
Bear Shark is
What a meme.
not too bad. For sure. You can definitely just freeze it with your Conical and on the other minion. You can figure out ways
we
to get
were
around it.
so close. Both lightning blooms are gone, so that is still a turn away.
Yeah.
I just want to rip the second guardian.
Yeah, you rip second guardian here for sure. You get Thresher Teacher's Pet. Thresher just clears up this completely. No triggers on the
7.
Octo. That was So now we're
kind of a bit of ordering by could have drawn first. I guess the question is, do you draw first to possibly draw your beasts,
Maybe.
or because we could have had a additional
Yeah.
strong man here. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, a grand scheme, I don't think it's the worst. Kona Cold's going to buy us a second turn.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
yeah, Octo not getting discounts on the Tenmu or the Alex is pretty
Pretty big.
tough.
We're gonna look at ordering here. Probably gonna go. Look at we could go field contact swindle with the Kona Cold as well. That is enough mana.
Yeah, draws you 3 cards, so we're fine in that sense.
Get passage. We get plunderer. So plunderer's pretty good here. Plunderer can kill off the 4/3 if we so choose. But I think Cone of Cold is just fine.
Oh,
here.
you got to freeze or you're dead.
Well, yeah, you freeze are dead, of course.
You
But
freeze
plunderer
or
will
you're
be plunderer
dead.
with shadow stuff will be good potentially next turn, especially with such low health stuff. But of course, it's gonna get buffed up here with a. Oh, we're not gonna go for the.
No, I don't think you want
You don't
to
go for the
give...
survival here.
Oh, doesn't even get to use the broom.
That's
It's
brutal.
I don't know. Yeah, it's tough, but like,
It's so brutal.
I do like to play my Geranium. This is just saying I'm gaining. I'm not going to die. You are not going to hit me over the top. I refuse to lose that way.
Yeah.
Um,
Mine's an ogre and a mistrunner. Neither have taunt.
no, Ogre maybe earlier in the game could have been a little bit more impactful, but really haven't seen a ton played by Geranium. Really, again,
Yeah.
going for the, as you said, artificial ramp direction really early on.
Yeah.
And
No taunt again. Lothraxian and Allura. Allura's gonna trigger here.
what do we get? A Wicked Stab?
Yeah. No, it's a shadow
Oh.
step.
Well, Geranium fights off the sweep and gets that primordial druid through on the rogue, and it's looking a little bit tepid. Geranium is in the driver's seat now, I think. Astral has to win with the rogue. Geranium has pick of which deck to bring next. He's got the shaman and he's got the warrior. I expect the shaman to come through here because the miracle rogue, as you saw in that, loves big boards, big wide boards, but they are small in health. So perpetual flame does a extremely good job in cleaning that up.
Agreed.
So, especially if we have landslides in the deck.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any, but easily discoverable. It's going to be interesting. I can't expect to see this warrior. We do. Okay. I'm just a liar.
You're not a liar. You think you just picked a different class than we were all expecting.
And hey, look at that. Rush Warrior.
Yeah. It's surprising. This deck is
Wicked start.
This is like such a good matchup for the Rush Warrior traditionally.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's same game plan as Shaman, I suppose, just not the same finisher. Control the board, keep them off, don't allow them to go wide. This start by Geranium is just illegal.
Yeah, this is such a good start.
I keep the whole hand.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to throw any of those cards away.
Now, I know you have Ganargon 1, but you have a coin parade leader as well. I kind of might have liked him to think about that a little bit faster or a little bit slower.
I think I would have gone coin parade leader very likely.
Because I think it's burned into everyone's brain that Ganargon 1 is just, it's just insane, but Astral has to have an answer for the parade leader, and that's in the way of a 1-drop with a brain freeze. If he has exactly that, that's the biggest punish. But now we're behind, right? We've got a dormant minion. We don't have a way of and now this is extremely removable. It is very lucky for Geranium that this Octobot is only discounting, secret passages and Aug merchants.
Yeah. But we could see a Kazakus here if he bumps.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Yeah.
The question in Astral's mind is now I'm leaving something up, but Kazakus coming down might go for no. The 5-drop does still fill a need, but I might like a 1-drop. We're
I
gonna
think that's a
see. I finally
5.
see discoverables.
I think that's a 5. We have
Uh,
Poisonous Rush Stealth. So I think against
Poison rush copy. So it is a 5.
plus
Deal
2 plus 2 or
2.
deal 3 to 2. Deal 3 to 2 if it's a poison for sure.
If it's poison, is insane. But I feel like this.
I feel like it doesn't
got
even matter.
rush.
It's a
Stealth.
stealth. Wanted stealth copy there. That's a good. That's a good pickup into. Pretty good pickup into specifically Rush Warrior. I'm gonna guess that's the reason why. I don't remember this matchup all too well, even though we just came out of Barons. Like,
It's just about early board. I think if
Yeah.
Ro can get away with the board and carry on, then
for
they're
sure.
pretty favorable. But
Yeah,
Parade leader
This is really
unanswered.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, and these Dark Moon Riders are going to be able to clean pretty essentially. Parade leader clear. It's full, and this is what Geranium needs to do in this matchup. It's just deny Astral Frog the opportunity to make anything.
Astral could rip a passage here. I wouldn't hate it. There's not much going on. Like you don't really need to use the Og Merchant here. You can look for other stuff. Double Shadow Step, Foxy Fraud. Ew, this is not good.
Man, the passages have not been in Frog's favor.
Yeah, he's gonna probably. I might have even just like the hero power over using my Wicked Stab there, because I know you don't keep the stab, but at least I would have it for later. But it's not the end of the world that it's been used. We do only keep up a 1/1, or keep up the 2/2 Gennard. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see swing with the weapon and then play out Sword Eater here. It's just a very clean play, and it sets up this deck really. It sets up really well for this warrior. In general, we are gonna see the instant drop of this Greater Golem, which at least removes 1 minion, sets it to 2/2. This feels like a match that's gonna come down to who can put their opponent to 8 and get their opponent to 8 and get the Alex.
Yeah,
or 16 in the case, potentially like 16 if we get another, like if we get Alex Tenwu or something like that, you know.
What I'd love to see from Geranium in this position is take control of the board.
Exactly.
You've seen a lot of nothing coming out of Astral's hand the past 2 turns.
Yeah,
I just want you to go wide here. I think that's the proper thing to do. You've got a conditioning in hand.
Conditioning
Love to see
bumper
conditioning.
car.
Yeah, and the rider, would absolutely love to see it. Even if you feel you don't need to coin out the Gennard, you could, but
maybe we'll just play Gennard and bumper car instead, potentially, I guess. Maybe if we're gonna look at coin, we're playing Playmaker this turn, I would think.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, I would have rathered the Playmaker with the bumper car.
Exactly.
But he played the conditioning, so now we're just kind of chilling. I think it's an awkward use of mana.
Yeah, we're just gonna hero power.
It's slow. I think it's okay. You don't want this rogue at any window to come back in.
Exactly.
And that won't be. Is he just gonna 10 with this 5/5 and rip it again, and then go for a passage?
Potentially could, but I'd like to see it. I'd just like to see
a passage.
I think you just rip a passage. I think that's better. We'll see what we get. Maybe it'll be better. Jandis, wow, that's a good passage. Or could go like field contact Mancrick if you really want. But I'm wondering if Jandis is just better here. It's just get some board presence. Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's Jandis. Because now Geranium has to answer this board and
there's a taunt.
Okay.
I think you just put the illusion on the steward. If it's a 5/5 taunt, that they're gonna have to use some rushers into.
Yeah.
We are gonna see probably a Playmaker turn here next turn. We have 6 mana with a lot of stuff, so very likely this whole board ends up getting removed. There is like some things on the next turn. for Astral. Wand Thief in particular seems to be is always a good card to have. We see a Corrupted Stage Dive now in Geranium's hand, but we're gonna get a full removal of things. I'm pretty sure it'll be close. Maybe you leave one. Maybe one ends up left up.
He's got to count here because it is not as straightforward trades as you might think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a full clear unless he wants to coin out the 3/3 rider that he has.
Oh, true. It's not. So the Jandice can't be left alive here.
He's gonna coin it.
Okay, we'll coin a 1/1 rider, and that removes the board completely. Very good trades by Geranium, and he gets to push 3 face with another weapon coming up next turn, and a 6/5 playmaker that kind of has to get answered. They're probably gonna rip the Neophyte into maybe a Foxy Wandmaker. So Wandmaker, no Foxy, makes sense. You want more mana. Picks Arcane Intellect right away. I didn't even get to see the other options.
Card draw is key.
It is. That was only 3 cards played though. That Playmaker remains on the board.
I honestly think you might just don't want, because you have the Octobot in hand with the Og Merchant.
Yeah. Yeah, this rogue's getting kind of getting towards that lower end on health, where Alex might become a possibility pretty fast. There are no trouble. We haven't seen Troublemaker drawn. There's an Athletic Studies, but definitely even a 2-mana
Trasher.
Even a 2-mana Stage Dive. That's a 10 Trasher indeed. So it's a 10
I
Trasher that costs 4. I think you just rip it. It's just so it's so much attack. You just ship it into the 3/2. And I don't really know like what type of way this gets dealt with.
Outside of Wicked Stabs.
Yeah, and you don't even have to trade a 7/1. You can trade the 7/1, keep the 7/6.
You keep everything because you just trade your riders.
Oh yeah, you just trade the riders. Yeah. Wow, this is so much. Yeah, I mean, down to 11 health now. This is just gonna have to hope to get stuff off of the Wandmaker. Or sorry, the Wand Thief.
Og and Prey.
Yeah, Octo Og and potentially Prey for sure. But we're gonna go Foxy for Wand Thief. Wand Thief gets Potion and Barrier. Take the
Potion can. Oh wait, he could Potion and then Octo, and then they would have been free.
I'm not sure.
I think he wants to play the Plunderer to get it in this pool.
Yeah, you Plunderer, and then you play it, and then I guess you Plunderer something else.
He could have got, if he played the Potion with the Octo and the Og, he could have replayed the Foxy for free and gotten this free Plunderer anyway.
Yeah,
but and actually
as it stands, it's just lethal on board.
Yeah, I think if he actually went in on the Octobot and was able to play the Foxy with a second Plunderer, but just too much on the board, and the Rogue couldn't keep up with the extreme pressure that Geranium put on with the Rush Warrior.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, Astral had a 2-0 lead. We're coming in. Geranium has tied it up.
You know what that means?
It's a game 5.
Time for game 5.
I gotta say, I'm liking Geranium's chance in this one here. I'm not sure the Rogue can maintain a board long enough before, and I mean, Perpetual Flame is already in hand for Geranium Battle.
Yeah.
With the guidance, with additional draw, it's going to be a tough one to come back from. He needs a pretty strong start. He needs an Octo with some valuable cards in hand right now. And Foxy Swindle is not the worst, but a Jandice is pretty dead for a while.
Yeah, Genesis was something you want to see right away. Probably gonna see Foxy Swindle here. It's a pretty
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good play for sure.
All right, Brain Freeze and another Foxy. So field contact turn looking a little bit better in a little while. Closer towards, that board flood as we talked that Rogue can do, but Perpetual Flame sitting in hand. The question is, do you trade this Foxy off to deny the Perpetual Flame? I mean, it just happens next turn.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Uses some of those resources now.
Yeah.
So there's a Marsh Spawn that could come down, second Perpetual Flame in hand. Again, I think Geranium can kind of just coast through this one. Marsh Spawn seems very nice here.
Mm-hmm.
And you just slap him with the Perpetual Flame next turn. You guidance, and then you can actually hopefully pull something else off the guidance. Or you can diligent the guidance and complete your quest, get your overload off. It does look like he's in a very strong position. Oh, he's going to pull the trigger now.
We're gonna complete the quest to not be overloaded next turn. So I like this play for sure.
Wonder if he did that because he found the second Perpetual Flame. Well, I guess the third, technically, off of the Marsh
Okay,
Spawn.
well, yeah. Unfortunately, this is just really bad for Astral. He does get the Kazakus off the top, which is nice. Needs some better golems than we've gotten lately. There's been zero copies and 3 Kazakus. Like, that's so unfortunate, and I'd say that's a bit unlucky, to be honest. Stealth deal 3.
Just like game 4.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been so unfortunate in that regard. Yeah.
I think nothing can stop us here. I think you have enough answers. You don't need the title surge. You don't need this chain lightning.
Yeah.
No Finn next turn. Like, if you're still have the board, which
They will, very likely.
Yeah, but a good chance he will. It takes a bit of a safer route. I don't mind it. I just think no Finn next turn could have been very strong.
Good. Yeah, unfortunately, this golem doesn't deal 4.
No,
you
it's just gonna.
You still rip it though. Unfortunately, there was no Fin Kansapas taken for Geranium, so he doesn't have a way to buff the minions again. But I don't think we're really gonna try and keep doing the 5/5 deal 3. But you might have to, because
No, I think he's gonna clear it here. I think he's gonna perpetual.
we're gonna see Diligent Perpetual. That feels like a lot for a 5/5. That's stealth. But I
It
guess
really does, but I don't know why we play the diligent if that's the route we're taking. The only other thing is you can actually you could just flood the board in this sense. You could lightning bloom into your rune carving, take the overload you for 4,
get a 2,
but you get the elemental.
Get all that, you get the L. Yeah. There's so much stuff there, and there's not much that Astral can really do about it. So we'll see what Geranium goes for.
And edging over that note taker makes me think he's gonna pull a double perpetual.
Or
he could unlock, but he has the overdraft. I kind of like going the other route.
You just overdraft here, you think?
Sorry. Gets the perpetual back.
He's gonna complete it.
It was completable both ways. I think I know he's respecting the 5/5, and maybe it's a little bit too much.
I don't know. I think this line is still just fine. It's still good either way because overdraft got played. So next turn next turn there's like runic carvings. Like this is gonna be so tough because just there's not much you can do here. as the rogue. This just so much flooding. You do fortunately have a prize plunder, so you can go for like a field contact play with the plunder. Just remove.
Yeah, you could 10 move it back, but I mean that just seems very sad. Oh, Shadow Step is a massive.
So Shadow Step
pickup.
is huge because now you can clear off the dilly if you want, and then you're probably just
No,
Wow.
sir. You got it, right?
I guess
You
yeah,
got
you
it.
do. You clear this. This is a full, not a quite a full board clear, but it's like you leave
Gonna leave a
one
1/1
minion.
up.
You
Yeah,
leave
gonna
a
leave a
1/1.
1/1 up.
You can even just aerial power, but you don't really want to take the damage. I guess you go for the. You might even have to. You could stab the minion. I guess it feels terrible, but you can stab the minion because you can't.
I think you
play
have
it.
to. You have to protect your prize plunderer
Yeah.
here. I'm sorry, your field contact. You. Oh, is he gonna? He might Tenmu it. Okay.
We're just gonna see it. We're just gonna see him tank that damage. So there's no. So we're gonna see the overload play here. We'll get the Brucon to hand.
Yep. Runic
With-
carving, overload, clears the board.
Yep.
Brucon is playable next turn,
Mhm.
but we do have the 2 overloads, so nothing will come down with
Yes.
Brucon.
Which gives the rogue time. It gives the rogue time to figure out what to do. We do see that the charge call is in hand. It has 9 costers. I think just because of the storm call, this is that the fact that the rogue just hasn't really gotten any other damage around to work with. Like now they do. Scrap Golem's
Ooh,
really good.
healing.
Steward of Scrolls is also pretty nice here. There's no other perpetual flames left in deck. So
After the 4 that have been played this game.
yeah, there's been
Luckily-
4 of them played. I don't think he needs
Yeah.
any more.
He just-
The lightning bolt is nice.
Actually, there's been
You
there's been
probably
5.
still go Brucon here. I don't think there's a. Is there any world in which you don't worry about the Brucon this turn?
Yeah, I think you get
Yeah.
to push 6 here,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah, so the Jandis will die here because of Chain Lightning.
Yeah, you get to then Tidal Surge, push 6, then you get Brucon into
Okay.
Double Bolt next turn.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is we're looking at a good turn for Mr. Geranium here. Removes all of the armor as well, which is quite nice. Wand Thief getting drawn is good as well, but
it's
maybe
Passage.
a Rip Passage here, even though you have that Wand Thief.
Although I don't know what we're looking for with Passage.
That's the thing. I wonder if it's just like Wand Thief is a kind of a better play here. Wand Thief has enough things that cost 4 or less. So we find Netherwind Portal.
Counterspell can be very good.
Counterspell is interesting for sure, and
I don't know if you want it now.
you might want it now, right? In case,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We're gonna rip a passage instead.
Oh
Okay, so no counterspell this turn. Octobot, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze is pretty good here. Alexstrasza and Wand Thief, so we can play the second Wand Thief and look for something else. Finds Apexis. First flame is real good. First flame is a full. First flame is a clear here, but you get to keep the second flame.
Yeah.
So this is coming down. This is coming down to the wire, man. It's just this rogue's on such low health. That's the issue.
Yeah. It's
But
going to be double Brucon for 2 Giant Drops here, and I don't think you really... If you're Geranium, you don't see another hand.
I
You
don't
have
see
all the
another line.
reload.
Yeah, the problem is that if the counterspell was played, you would have
Okay.
you would have to think. We're gonna go. Are we going for? Okay, we're going for double feral.
He wants
Spirits.
10 drops. That's respectable.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, 10 drops are good.
I just think this is very clearable.
Especially with an Octo.
We have double Wicked Stab in hand. We have Tenwu that can pick up. We have First Flame. I mean, I think he's actually... He can't clear the Brucon, but he can clear all of these.
Yes.
So
He's just
yeah,
gonna double stab the Brucon.
Yeah. So the wolves are still up,
Sure.
and
But you clear. But you could have cleared off some of the wolves as it stands
That's lethal.
now.
isn't it?
That is
no,
that is
counterspell.
counter spell. Well then
So
you just
he's got
well,
to.
He has to play Charge Call first to eat that for lethal. He should always test for C spell here.
Yeah, he knows it's
He
not.
does.
Yeah.
Smart plays by Geranium, and he comes back.
Yeah. From down a 2-0 reverse sweep, the Rogue gets stuck for Astral
Yeah,
Frost.
unfortunate.
It does. It is a bit unfortunate. I do like that both players brought not standard decks. You know, we saw the Rush Warrior, we saw a Clown Druid or Primordial Druid coming from Geranium. We saw the Miracle Rogue coming out for Astral. As unfortunate that it didn't get the win and it did get stuck, it's still good to see that it did have ways to fight back there. Just very close at the end there and wasn't able to push through solidly. We saw the Demon Hunter get off to a great start. I think Asheville did a very good job in his match. So it's always nice not to see a bunch of, Warlock Flood and things like that, even though we did see the very strong Quest Shaman.
Yeah. It was just it was kind of a really good back and forth series. I think that just the Rogue getting, I mean, obviously we saw the Rogue get stuck and I'm not sure if it was just if it just hit kind of some bad matchups or whatever. But I've added Geranium to the call. Well, maybe we'll get to hear his thoughts. Hello, sir. Welcome and congratulations on winning.
Wow. Oh my. Okay, yeah. Congratulate myself too. I really thought that I had no chance after I was down 2-0.
Well, you had to get that Rogue through, which kind of leads me to the first question is Miracle Rogue. What do you think? Obviously, in this small sample size, doesn't really bode too well for the deck, but there were some close ones there at the end. Astral did have a chance to push through and almost cleared you out, but you did find the Brucon and able to find the nice lethal in the last game to solidify that win.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Miracle Rogue, either needs to out pressure you with enough minions, before you stabilize, or it needs to kill you with a lot of burst damage in the now Extraza, sort of around turn 9. But I killed him before turn 9 every single game with his Miracle Rogue. So that's kind of how this meta is going. Is Miracle Rogue is a thing of the past. Kind of, it's you don't have turn 9.
Well, speaking of meta and things of the past, you're one to talk, my friend.
Yeah.
Primordial Druid, Rush Warrior. My man, did you have Ticketus in that band, Warlock? What are you doing?
Man, I wish I brought Ticklock. That would have been really fun to show on stream, but no, Warlock got banned.
Yeah.
Rush Warrior, I mean, okay. So some decks have been played in this newer meta from the old meta. I've seen some old Demon Hunter lists from last meta. I've seen Rush Warriors. I've seen these Clown Druids. I've seen Spell Druids. I've seen I've even in competitive circuits, you see Control Priest, you see Control Warrior making some headway. So I do think that it's an unexplored area of the meta. I'm just sorry that I bullied the Miracle Rogue, because that was the proof is in the pudding the other direction too. Is that decks from the old meta can lose too.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think you nailed it there. Do you think those decks perform better in closed lists or very smaller samples in this than they do on ladder, for instance? Having the, I guess, shock value of somebody thinking, oh, it's an aggro druid, oh, it's an anaconda druid. Wait a minute, did he just play survival of the fittest on me? It's just one of those things where it's a mind game, right? The mulligans get messed up. You use resources that you might have used somewhere else. It's such a weird connection in these closed list tournament styles, I'll say.
Yeah, I think that's why Druid is actually very powerful in closed lists right now, just because there's so many different types you can bring. You're not locked in to if in the open list you bring aggro Druid, or in the in open list you bring specifically clown Druid. Then the opponent knows exactly what type of Druid. But since there's like maybe 5 or 6 different types of Druid, it's and they're in varying edges of the spectrum of where you have to mulligan. So Druid is very powerful in that way. Warrior is not as much. I just like it. I just like Rush Warrior.
Me too.
So,
I mean, you had me. I was thinking big. I was thinking control, and then I saw a bumper car, and I was like, "This man's living." 3 months ago.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I actually thought that Astral Frog was bringing a different strategy. I thought he was going to ban my shaman and then run a bunch of sort of the weapon classes.
I agree 100%. When I heard double warlock, I thought he was out to lunch. I was like, this can't be a poison rogue. It's got to be a quest rogue. Then I saw a miracle rogue. I was all over the place in this stream, man. It was just you guys completely shattered my mind and what is still playable to these days. I might have to take some of this stuff to ladder and test it out myself.
Yeah, but going along that way, I thought that of the different warriors, Rush Warrior actually had a very, very good win rate into Poison Rogue, and that's what I thought he was bringing. So that's sort of the reason why I decided to bring it, is because it was good into all of his other stuff, and also specifically into Poison.
Yeah, I really like that bring, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
any final questions for Geranium Battle here, Fish?
No. No further questions from me.
No further questions.
So,
well, congratulations, my
yes.
friend. Very good showing, getting your guys on the scoreboard early on and keeping your nice 3-0 for yourself so far. So
congrats on such a strong start again.
Yeah,
for the
looking
season.
very, very good.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I know that I don't have much time, but I would like to do some shout outs before I have to go. I mean, obviously, shout out to you guys, the casters. Without you guys, this wouldn't happen. This is it's really great to get on stream every single time I can. And shout outs to every single person who came out to watch me in the chat. People came out to watch Astral Frog, Screw Off, and all that. Of course, just kidding. Astral Frog is Astral Pog. I'm very sorry that we had to face each other. But he won too much, so he got to the 3 seed. And then shout outs to the rest of my team. We're putting in a ton of work and glad to see results. So thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. We love having you. Congratulations again, man. It was awesome. Really nice to see a battle of the game 5. It was wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a nice day, guys.
Yep. You too, man.
All right. So as we were talking about closed deck list formats, sneaking them in and trying to get a little bit fresh with the list, we're heading over to Pro, which has a completely wide open deck list.
Yes. I'm going to throw the decks up on screen. The players are ready.
Perfect. We will get through these very quickly.
Yeah.
Not going to go through them a ton. Just going to basically get them out there, get them said. Coming out for, let me get into here. Popeye's Chicken Sandwich is Mick. We're sheepies. All right. So for Swanky Pants, we have the Shadow Aggro Priest, Face Hunter, Aggro Shaman, or Ellie Shaman, and the Aggro Druid. I mean,
Druid band, Demon Hunter band.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a more aggressive list coming out from Swanky Pants here.
I love it.
Said, I'm gonna hit you in the face. Whereas coming out of Mick, you have that Fell Demon Hunter being played.
Yeah.
The Quest Shaman being played. Warlock, the Handlock, and the Gandling version of the Aggro Priest. So The just from the quest shaman alone,
Mm-hmm.
it is hero or not. Sorry, it's not hero. So
yes.
there's not really but it does look like Mick is centered fairly decently with the quest shaman anyway. So we will have to see how it goes for these players.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them off now. For those
Right.
for those spectating, Mick will be on the bottom. He'll be first to spectate for us, and Swanky Pants or 11 and me will be on the top. And shout outs to both set of players for being willing to play with cams on. It's
Yeah,
something we've been implementing this season, and I think it's going really well.
Yeah, I think it's wicked. It adds an element to the game that I think has
I didn't add. Oh,
has been a little bit not lackluster, but it's just always nice to see the emotion from somebody winning, or the contemplation that goes into making these plays and the
Yeah.
turns. It's just such an awesome thing to see. I played last week on stream, and I had even a few buddies who don't play Hearthstone. They just came out.
To watch
They saw
you.
my face and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
what were you doing? And then it also goes to like after the fact, like my Anadon and Soccer were like, man, you're breathing heavy. And I was like, I'm nervous. So it's just
and
really
I
nice to
understand
see.
that.
Oh yeah.
I'm
It's nice
excited
to
to
see.
do. I'm excited to do it myself.
Yeah.
This
It's good
weekend.
to feel that people are, there's more to the community than just playing Hearthstone. There's people behind the screens, and it's really nice to see the faces of the friends you've made in this community after such a long time, and really add another personable touch to it. So,
for sure.
without further ado, we're gonna see two friends doing battle: Mick versus Swanky Pants.
Nemzi versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
All right, we have the handlock start coming out from Mick, going into the aggro priest of Swanky Pants.
Yep.
I still love that name, and I don't think I've seen someone with a larger hashtag number.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 8 he has.
Yeah, it's a lot.
After his number, 7. It is the most I have ever seen.
It is
so
7,
congratulations, Swanky Pants. You have won that accomplishment from me tonight.
Yeah, this I'm excited because Sheepies versus Popeyes, two of the premier teams out of the Pink Conference in Pro Series. Currently 8-3 in the favor of Popeye. So with a win here, Mick could secure. I believe it would be a weak secure. I'm not 100%. I think there's some things in which, like, if Swanky Pants gets some points, that Sheepies could get some stuff and kind of come back.
Yeah, it's difficult to see. There's been no sweeps, so
Yeah.
I think it's completely fine. I think Sheepies, even if they lose, they can definitely pull back some very much needed points. Sheepies have been gotten off to a great start. Both Sheepies and Popeye's Chicken Sandwich were playoff teams last year.
Mhm.
Sheepies was one of the favorites to win.
They were, yeah.
So they have been off to a 2-0 start, whereas Popeyes has not really found that resurgence. It's off to an 0-2. So getting this win this week is going to really, really help these guys and catapult them up into the standings to take some points off of a very top heavy team.
For sure. And the one thing that really is going to has helped Popeyes this week is that the two players who hadn't won yet both got wins this week.
Yes, no, yeah,
Zabe and Wet Goose getting the wins, but we're in this match right now. We got Man Crit coming down. We got a Neophyte last turn. Looking at a potential backfire here for Mick with 7 in hand, so you would go to 9 cards, which would allow the draw without any issues. Could maybe look for something with like Drain Soul Mortal, but I think Backfire is just a better play here. It progresses the quest to 5 of 6. We do see a Cult Neophyte, and the Null, so Null's good. Yeah, Null next turn is going to be pretty good.
You're able to Null, Drain Soul, and then fire off a Mortal with anything that comes down. I don't know how many 1 health minions you're really going to see on the side for Swanky Pants, so...
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is this Null's going to come down for 1 next turn, be able to value trade, hopefully, into anything.
Yeah, so we're going to see a wide board for this Priest. It's the only thing that this Priest deck is trying to avoid is Soul Rend, essentially. Maybe there was a line with like Twilight Deceptor, but Swanky Pants probably just wanted to go as wide as possible to start to take advantage of this, to take advantage of like what is going to be a difficult part for
So we do
Yeah.
have the Goldshire Mortal Coil into a Drain Soul
do.
that would clear up the Mancrick, and I would assume we'd go after the Neophyte.
Yeah.
And then we could follow up. Doesn't take any damage, so doesn't progress your quest. It's just an awkward, one of those awkward turns, right? Nothing's
Yeah.
died, so Raised Dead is unplayable currently.
And nothing is going to die, but that's fine. You really just want to remove as much as possible here. I think you mortal first for draw, just in case you get something you'd like to play otherwise. And an unstable. Oh, maybe I don't think the bolt there. I think the Drain Soul is better there, even though bolt is appealing.
I'm actually thinking, do you ever mortal your Knoll
to get it into the pool for Raised Dead?
You Raised Dead, you complete the quest off the Raised Dead. Your
You
Knoll
Knoll
should
again?
be
Yeah, your Knoll should be
playable at
playable.
2.
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
At
I think
1.
that was maybe the play. Yeah, that's sometimes hard to spot. I think that might have been a bit hard to spot. But
you don't remove as much as the board. You still have to
Yeah.
remove the Mancrick, so
For
you
sure.
still leave 3 up.
Mhm.
So it could have been that this was the better
Potentially.
lineup.
Yeah, potentially.
There's the Soul
there's
Rend.
the Ren, so that'll come down at the opportune moment.
A little too late. Raised Dead completes the quest, gets us our Knoll.
Mhm.
Then we can Drain Soul,
You tap.
and we can
you
Unstable.
could tap first.
You would overdraw, or no, you wouldn't overdraw.
No, it's only
but,
one minion dead.
if you tap, you lose the ability to Drain Soul and
Oh, okay.
Unstable.
Yeah. I don't mind. I don't think you're worried that much about quest completion. This deck isn't that worried about it, so I think you're right. Go for
You want-
Raised Dead for the
yeah.
Knoll.
Mixed looking to survive.
Yeah.
I do like Raised Dead. Brings you up to he would miss 1. Yeah, sorry. I thought Raised Dead had 2 things dead. It only has the 1 Knoll, so it would be a 2-cost Knoll. Gonna go to stall out the game a little bit more. It's a little scary leaving even 2 minions on the board like this. If the Void Touch Attendant comes down,
Yeah.
it can start pushing for some serious damage. But we do have
sure.
Soul Rend in hand to
Soul
hopefully
Rend,
come down
you
soon.
really want a Soul Rend soon because I mean the problem is because you want to get down to 10 as fast as possible because you have Bristleback in hand, which is so much healing that this priest deck can't necessarily keep up. Second Bristleback in hand. Now this is not a great Soul Rend, unfortunately. There is no Mortal Coil to pop the shield or anything
But
like that.
we can Raise Dead into Knoll,
Oh,
which will give us 9.
Yeah.
Knoll costs 2, and Soul Rend is still playable.
yeah, okay.
You burn 1 more card that way, but because the Neophyte actually was killed off there,
Yeah.
I think I like that approach.
Okay. I don't mind it.
And then it activates your double Bristleback for next turn.
Yeah.
And allows you to stabilize a little bit cleaner. We do have the Battlegrounds Battlemaster in hand. We haven't seen any of the Baron Scavengers yet with those taunts, but
Giant's more and more playable now. This ticks 2 times. This ticks Giant twice, so it's only to 3. Not gonna really have a need to play it right now, but really just
I'm interested to see if he trades into I think you got to leave the Divine Shield up.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can just trade in Rend. Yeah, that's good. Puts him to 10 in
Giant
deck.
gone.
Unfortunately, Giant gone, Tamsin Rome gone, second Knoll. So these burns aren't great to see, but it's not the end of the world.
Mancrick. Oh, he didn't pick Mancrick?
No, I picked Raised Dead. It's a Mancrick anyways.
Yeah, but
Didn't pick
Angry
Wife.
Mancrick. Way better than
Didn't
not
pick
Angry
Wife.
Mancrick.
I see. Did not pick Wife.
Yeah,
Not the end of the world though. I think Raised Dead with the option to just play out the Mancrickers Ra is what we'll see. Has to decide between the scepter and the ping. It deals with the ping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Now
lethal.
the spice bread baker is going to prevent lethal here, as well as the
I think it's double blood shard, or even just blood shard, ping, or
I kind of want to. What if we? I kind of like saving one of those in case, because you.
This is 12 healing.
And I know it's 12 healing.
And
So
a giant.
it's a lot. Yeah,
There's no way, like, he has to respect the Swanky Pants. There's a battle master in hand.
This just kind of wins the game for the Warlock here, potentially. I was thinking, like, if you held off the second bristleback for the pit fighter, essentially, if that ever comes down. But I like this play. You're right. I think this is a better play.
This gets the giant down.
You've
got the battle master in hand.
Yeah,
this is your swing turn, because at the moment there's 16 and 6 22. There's lethal on board if nothing gets removed.
Oh, I don't think anything's getting removed. I guess you're gonna have to look at a void shard on the bristleback.
Raise dead.
But raise dead into raise dead just. Yeah, no, you life steal up to 25. So it's not quite lethal. It's close, but not quite.
Oh, Baron Scavenger.
Baron Scavenger's a really good pickup here. Let's see how much is on the quest. We've got 0 of 7, so you're not going to complete the quest here.
If I'm Mick, I'm slapping this battleground. I'm putting the neophyte down and I'm jacking him in the face.
We're gonna see a backfire. We get the double barons and we get a Netheron. Netheron doesn't cost 0 yet. I kind of want to see maybe you go double barons here.
I'd say raise dead first, see what you get. You could get another bristleback and heal you for an additional 6.
Yeah, because then you can just play the bolt on the one. You can play the bolt on the Deceptor as well, and you're gonna get healing back from your other thing. Bristleback itself is also there's a bristleback.
Yeah,
that's a really
bristleback
good.
Double.
Really
the
good
bristleback
play.
double scavenger is pretty much the game here.
Yeah. So Mick getting.
Think of some positioning.
Sure. Position doesn't matter too much. This is a very rough situation for the.
But the big minions beside the big minions is essentially positioning
for
Battlegrounds.
Oh, for sure. This the thing is that, and this matchup in itself is pretty rough for the priest as soon as Rend gets played, and unfortunately, it came down at a moment where it just kind of just wrecked the game for the priest.
It wrecked the game.
Timed it really well.
It came down. I would say it came down a little late. I think Mick got very lucky that his barons, the bristlebacks, were in the deck or in hand when he did Soul Rend, because to really put in perspective, he healed 12 and played an 8-8. So he completely flipped it around on one turn.
Yeah.
If Soul Rend did burn, it missed both scavengers, which really didn't have an effect, but it didn't hit either of the bristlebacks, which really brought the game back. It didn't allow any over-the-top nonsense.
Yep.
No void attendants either were found in that matchup. So
yes, agreed. So that was rough for Swanky Pants. He's such a great name.
It's the longest one I have seen. All right, Mick is now going to come out with his aggro priest, coming into Swanky Pants' elemental shaman.
For Doomhammer, the light shall bring victory.
So the differences between what we just saw from Swanky Pants' list to Mick is Mick has actually brought that gangling priest, which is running the Murloc Tiny Fin, finding his way into the meta.
Yeah, Tiny Fin and Deskin.
1/1. Yeah, so very, very interesting to see the build. Deskin, I know it's in there, but sometimes it's just a little bit crazy. Varish's Reader is obviously in there for very, obvious reasons. The differences of the deck is Swanky's list was more flood the board and try and get the game finished as quick as you can, find your attendance and push additional damage, whereas Mick is more going to be find the Gantling, find the 0-cost minions, make them 4/4s. A good start from both of these guys here. Imprisoned Homunculus coming out on 1. Swanky Pants does miss his 1-drop, but I don't think he's too upset with it. He
No, you're
does
right.
have a very nice 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. All right.
He's thinking.
Mick is thinking indeed.
Neat. I think you just play this desk game. Just do it. You got Wriggling Horror coming out next. I mean, it's a 0-mana 1/1.
So the reason you play this is so you can activate the Scepter next turn. I'm pretty sure. Unless you want to go Wriggling instead. They're both decent options.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the Deceptor because Wriggling is nice, but you do miss the buff on the taunts.
Yeah. So you probably want to wait until that's available. And 2/3s are a bit difficult for this deck to remove. I mean, we're gonna see the Arid Stormer next turn, or even a Whack-a-Null Hammer, but I don't think. But I think the Arid Stormer is a bit better next turn for Lanky Pants. Mick just probably trying to determine what he wants to do. Whether he wants to go for the Deceptor, maybe he wants to just use Hero Power instead.
Yeah, it's gonna be Hero Power the minion versus hitting face and playing Deceptor, and I don't mind this. Your Homunculus is gonna pop next turn, so this sets up a little bit more of an awkward turn for Swanky Pants.
It does. But the Arid Stormer just gets ripped, so it's a 2/4 on the board, 2/5, 2/5 taunt getting, coming out of dormant. Void
Here's
Touch picked up. So I wouldn't mind seeing like Void Touch wriggling here. Might be not sure how amazing that is into this board, but it does create it does like give Mick some protection against a that way it can't just. I guess it's gonna be able to go face anyways, but
yeah, no, I think I do like that.
Yeah, I just want the Void Touch to come down this turn. It forces it's something that has to get dealt with in a Deceptor. Very likely draws the card you want when it comes out. You can just Hero Power Deceptor if you like or whatever. We're very likely. I still think we might just be likely to see Granite Forgeborn here because with the Lily Pad Lurker next turn, you want to have that chain activated. Could potentially go for the Gyre Worm, but I think I just like Granite Forgeborn here. It makes everything cost so much less.
Yeah, if we're playing a elemental to keep the chain going, Granite's definitely the way. But then we're even floating mana for the turn after.
Yeah, there are draws that wouldn't float mana. I guess we're gonna see maybe a Whack-a-Null Hammer instead.
Yeah, because you need to stop this board as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And
it's just
Whack-a-Null.
You can't remove the 2/4 though. The Attendant it will get to deal damage next turn. I think maybe I kind of favor the board more because then the Attendant's not gonna get like. There's no way Mick's gonna remove his own Attendant, and then you can just like frog it next turn essentially.
Well, you can't frog it next turn. I do like the Whack-a-Null. It clears 2 minions off the board, and then you're able to actually clean into. You have the weapon equipped, so this cleans. Oh, he goes face.
Yeah, it's 4 damage face. It's
I don't like that because now Wriggling comes through. He pings off your 3/2.
Plays Deceptor, gets a Raise Dead, potentially, or whatever other shadow spells are in Death Thrive as well. Could even just go Wriggling Horror here.
Wriggling Horror into the ping is I do not see another play. Play a Tiny Fin.
Yeah.
You need to get cards out of your hand because you have a Voracious Reader
you're
sitting
right.
there
Voracious
rotting
really
away.
Good. Yeah.
You need to get cards out of your hand and just play the cards. Keep this Attendant as healthy as you can. Well, keep the board because there's no Elemental Chain. You just saw the Elemental Chain broken.
I think the best play here is oh, he's gonna go for he's gonna dump hand.
It's only 1 draw. It's okay.
2 draws. It's 2 draws. You can just play the Tiny Fin.
The Tiny Fin, correct, yeah. always forget.
I was thinking you sit up for that next turn just by hitting face, and then you go Deceptor plus Wriggling. But I don't mind this play either.
Ooh, someone owns all the cards.
Yeah, gold. Yeah, Diamond, Dark Bishop, Benedictus.
Yeah,
All the legendary, all the legendaries. That's
legendaries,
just,
right?
yes, that's a nice card. I like seeing it in my collection. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I guess Void. Oh, Void Touch does so much damage this turn, dude. 4, 5. It's pushing a lot here.
it's 3, 5 is 8.
Not lethal, but it's close.
Ooh, God, that hurts yourself. But I mean, right?
And you
feels
probably do all this and then you just gadgets in your 3/5. Could just either go face with the ping or you can just hero or you can
I'm
just
taking 4 extra damage personally.
yeah. I mean,
he
you put
dies to ping
you
next
put your
turn.
opponent
If you-
to you put your opponent to dead to ping.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you could go for the auctioneer to make the 3/5 survive, but it doesn't matter. This it's just stable.
literally does
Like
not
you
matter.
like it's stabilized. This game's over.
Yeah, as this is a great swing turn from Swanky. Unfortunately, it was a little too slow. Ping over the top just gets them there.
Yeah.
And Mick takes an incredibly fast 2-0 lead.
Yes.
Very, very quick 2-0 coming from Mick, but we have one more game to play.
At least one
He's
more.
going to have to find a win with his West Shaman, which I think it's very doable.
Yeah.
This aggressive list that Swanky has brought.
This deck Quest Shaman just as good into even if the Hunter has to come out, it's tough. It's pretty good into the Hunter. It just clears.
It's just good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of good.
I'm not that experienced in the deck.
I do like that this is probably it's not a good matchup. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a great one, but
It's the best.
it might be the only way to get a win right now.
Mhm.
It's still favored towards the Quest Shaman right now just because
Perpetual
there's
Flame and
no-
stuff like that is really
Perpetual Flame's a card. That's literally, I have nothing else to say, but Perpetual Flame is 100% a card.
well. Perpetual Flame and Landslide.
Yeah, even Landslide's fine. Perpetual Flame is just so great with the swing turns. When
Mhm.
you can overload so early on, and then not be overloaded, it's just insane. Now, that being said, Mick doesn't have Perpetual Flame in hand. He does not have Landslide in hand, and Swanky Pants has an explosive start.
This is the type of start that Hunter wants, and I might have coined there.
Yeah.
Why
wow,
did
if
it? The coin adorable is just such a good play. Like Perpetual Flame's gonna hurt anyways if it comes out.
I guess saving.
And is he gonna coin it? Is he gonna coin out the maw here? I feel like that's you could potentially coin out you could go for coin Neophyte, but I kind of like coining out the Felmaw. The Felmaw just sets up so much damage, and as long as Hunter can use things like they're just gonna go face, but
Oh wow, great draw.
that's a really good draw. Removes the 4/3, furthers the quest. We're at 0-3, but this is just where it kind of.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Oh,
That's a card. That's a great card for Mick.
I mean,
You don't like to see that for Swanky fans.
I might be a little bit of an over. I guess I don't think it's as good as we. Might be saying,
No. Yeah, I think you're right for sure because
there's
there's
expensive cards.
only 2 spells in hand. So
Yeah, and they cost a lot of mana.
yeah, I mean, if anything, this just trades so well into Hunter's board. Like
Yeah,
that's
really, it's
like
just
that's
a
also
2/5.
that's like something to really note. You can go for I guess Zapper just furthers the quest. Like that would be fine to play here. Although Hunter has a lot of also removal spells of their own, and even if they don't want to be using it face, it's turn 4, so you're looking at Felmaw waking up. You're looking at potential piercing shots. So I don't mind kind of trying to go a bit wider on board here. Definitely try to prevent the Felmaw from going face. And well, it's a trade mod. Trades into the Diligent Note Taker. We look at
It's
there's so much removal. So we're gonna see piercing shot on the Nazmani Bloodweaver, leaving the Zapper alive. That's risky business.
yeah, that doesn't seem. I think he was maybe overrating the Naznami there.
Yeah.
Over the one spell damage.
True.
The charge
I
call.
Are we gonna see an early charge call for a 3-drop? I don't mind it.
Investor?
It's
gotta be
I think you take.
Investor.
I think you take Ratchet Privateer because it's
I
just more stats.
It's more stats, but it dies, right? I guess I'm thinking a 2/4.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a proactive 2/4, and it trades.
I'm just not sure. I like the idea of taking a 50/50 to increase the cost of a card in my hand. I think you take that.
No, it's a 50/50 to reduce the cost of a card in your hand.
No, and it says, end of your turn, reduce the cost of a card in your hand by 50% chance to increase.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Why would that be bracketed? I don't read brackets, Fish. Brackets betray me.
Because it's an ogre, and I think a lot of the ogre cards have that type of text. We just don't play them. But man, this Face Hunter is indeed doing the thing. It is going face.
I mean, it's still Face Hunter at the end of the day. This is why I did like Swanky Pants bringing this out here.
I like this. Yeah. Stewardess Scrolls can find some stuff here that can just clear up. We're not overloaded, so I think Lightning Blooming...
I like the Fireheart here.
Yeah, Fireheart is what we're going to see. We have 8 mana to work with. With a Fireheart, yeah, this is real nice.
Perpetual Flame.
Perpetual Flame, wow.
It's a card.
That's a card. I think this just triggers it only once, right? Or does it trigger it 3 times? I'm not sure. Triggers it once. Okay, that's good. Rock Biter.
I don't think I care about...
Either
I don't
is
think
fine.
I care. I don't want to hit anything with my face at this rate.
But I wouldn't mind hitting his face with my face. But I understand what you're saying. I think they picked Torrent, Chain Lightning, Investment Opportunity. I like Opportunity because it draws you something to do next turn.
Which is a Perpetual Flame, which is a card.
Yes.
Oh no, Diligent, why?
So Dilly is now costing 3, but hey, for the pretty much just for the cost of a big board and potentially increasing a card's cost, like, I don't know, at this point there's a lot of stuff that Mick doesn't have to worry about. Canal Slogger is a huge pickup off the
Mick's
top.
got to worry that he's dead next turn.
Yeah, and I guess he would be dead next turn, right? So I guess I don't really know, like, because the fact that there's no minions on board.
He's one off.
Of
death. There's 10 that can come out of the hand from Swanky.
I think you definitely play the Canal Slogger here then, so that way if
you have to, yeah, 100%.
Because otherwise, it's like you have to kill me, or I heal 6, and you're in big trouble because you just use all your burn cards. And
it's a card that has to be respected.
And you especially don't want to have the investor make it a 5 cost when you have other stuff that you could want to maybe play next turn. All right, Torrent now costing 3. I'm not. I think it will still just cost 1 when a spell is played, because that's what the text on the card reads.
No, it costs 3 less. So,
cost 3 less. Okay, so it'll just cost 0. But there's nothing played. Aim shot. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to. Kind of. Are we going all in?
Man, you have to remove this slug.
You had to remove the Slogger, so you probably throw both aim shots in potentially.
100%.
And then you're in a decent spot because your hero power does 6 damage next time you play it.
Yeah. You want to save this quick shot for cycle next turn.
Exactly.
Don't quick shot it. Don't do it.
No. He's not picking any cards up. He's just panning.
He's touching things. And
he's panning them. I do this all the time when I play. I am not worried about this. I believe he'll make the correct play. Yes, the correct play is going to be made. Removing the Canal Saga, removing the heal of this deck. Unfortunately for Mick, this is kind of getting rougher and rougher as it goes on. We do get a taunt this turn, but that doesn't really matter. Because you just go zappy, but really looking for... Really, I don't know what you're looking for, unfortunately. Just gonna go as wide on board as possible and hope I'm not dead.
I think he's looking for charge calls. I think he's looking for
Yeah,
playable
charge.
overload things.
Agreed,
Right now,
agreed.
Perpetual is not doing it.
Yeah.
Swanky Pants is doing very, very smart.
Not playing anything.
Lethal.
Yeah,
Man
Perpetual
Crick.
and the Perpetual is costing more. Man Crick, you cannot play Man Crick. Man
You have
Crick,
to. You man crick, you quick shot, you top deck
Okay.
the angry man crick, you win.
you win. Wow, yeah. I
That's
mean,
the
yeah.
way it works.
I mean, that's how it works. If you call this, holy crap.
That's the way it works.
It's how it happens every
We have
time.
9. What I tell you?
Oh
what I-
my gosh!
what I tell
Holy
you,
crap! It's white.
That is the way the game ends. Swanky Pants
Jeez.
finding the angry
This
man
guy calling it.
He's got
Swanky-
7 letters in
Swanky-
his battle name tag. He gets a 7 health man crick off
Swanky-
the top.
Swanky fans laughing at his player cam. I love it. I didn't get to catch Mick's exact reaction to it, but he doesn't seem too phased. But big smiles for Swanky Pants getting the point. And
Yeah.
I don't know how well Sonic Shaman does into these other decks as much.
It's still very favored towards the shaman.
Gotcha.
But like I said, it's favored in stats is one thing. Drawing the cards and actually performing is another. The face hunter just statistically should have lost there, but
Yeah, but
really,
it
really
just-
smart by Swanky.
just
My favorite part
It's
about
kind
it is
of bricks too. So
the thing that I
But
liked about
I like
Swanky's
the
play
game
last
plan.
game is that he stopped playing minions.
yes, I love that game plan for sure.
Because Perpetual Flame is a great card if you continue to play minions. Slugger is a great comeback mechanic if you continue to play minions.
Mhm.
So it was very good recognition from Swanky Pants that Mick's draws were very dead and very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And he played extremely well to maximize his percentages to win that unfavorable.
Mhm. Very much agreed.
Again, it's just like Mick's not really grabbing the great cards.
Yeah.
I just fire off the investment opportunity right now and see what you get. There's no need to play. I mean, you just play this quest.
These hands are clunky.
Yeah, diligent note taker just sitting like a lump in the hand right now.
Exactly. Let's see. I think Mickey is going to consider the investment opportunity play instead of the quest. Oh, we're going to see a Koi
Whoa.
Diligent.
So this could give. I mean, it's just it gets traded into.
But I guess it's...
We ping trade because we don't want him to get a double investment opportunity.
Mhm.
But I mean, I see with Swanky Pants is he's like, but I got a 2-man in play here, guys. I've got the Charlatan. I've got the Thrive in the Shadows, but makes the right choice and clears off. Not going to be able to get the value out of that spell burst.
Yeah. Man, and even that Fireheart just sits really dead.
Just
He's not even
completely-
he's not even playing the quest. There's no reason. There's
that's-
no
yeah.
overload. Like Swanky Pants has to be looking at this feeling good.
Yeah, I know.
At the fact
I
that he
do
can
like
just
this.
he just gets to play Homunculus, ping, like trade. Yeah, sure, my frazzled freshman is gone, but doesn't
I have
matter.
another one.
Yeah, it's like diligent note taker. Him not playing that there is like, dang, well that's not there in the late game. That's not there when this Quest Shaman forces a really fast late game. I mean, at this point, you probably have to just go for the investment opportunity play here, just to get something to do potentially. And if you get something that's playable for one potentially, I
Whoa!
guess Fireheart. I don't mind it, but look, there's
Oh my
no.
god, it's no
no
overload cards.
You know what? Maybe
Mick is
I think you take Overdraft here I think you take Overdraft over Studies, as good as spell damage is.
you don't have any overload. What are you overdrafting?
No, you take it because it's a tradable.
But Primordial can get you.
What is it gonna? What is it gonna do right
Val
now?
knows it can give you the overload. The overload can trigger into a title surge. I don't know, man. I don't know what you'd be looking for in your deck that you don't find out of a primordial.
The thing is that your opponent, if your opponent sees Thalnos, your opponent doesn't have to do anything about it because you look like you have nothing going. At least Overdraft gives him a proactive draw where he doesn't have to play anything for it. I know it's rough. These whole draws have been such like.
But he had the investment opportunity. So
there's perpetual.
So like investment opportunity was going to draw us a card anyway. Overdraft is tradable, but getting the potential, like Priest plays 1/4s, it plays 2/5s. You need spell damage on your Perpetual Flames, or your Perpetual Flames just miss, right?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Now we have no spell damage. Perpetual Flame is sitting in hand with a board that is very, like, it's a 50-50 chance that this board doesn't get cleared. We've got 2 Tidal Surges in hand that can remove things, but that's our turn. Wow.
Isn't a guaranteed full... What's it?
No, he could miss. He could hit both the 1/4 and the 1/5 with this.
But he has to go for the Tidal Surge here to guarantee it.
Yeah. He does, but he's overloaded, but he can overdraft next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully pulls an overload card. Man, second Perpetual was a great draw.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's overloaded for 5, but hey, he gets to deal with a lot. He gets to fully clear off this gets to fully clear off the minion if he cares. We're gonna see a Raise Dead here.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only other shadow spell in deck.
1 mana?
It's
next turn. Yeah,
he has 1 mana. But we can overdraft here. And so we'll see what gets drawn.
Oh, that is insane.
Novice Zapper's really good here. That's not quite a full remove. It's a full removal, I think, because he's overloaded for 6. And if he wants to go minion, that's
he completes the quest.
Oh, he can't. Yeah, he completes it. He unlocks. He unlocks.
Yeah, he unlocks, so he gets 5 mana, and then he can go into a Tidal Surge.
Tidal Surge play.
To clear off the 1/4 or the 2/3, but just goes to unlock.
Okay. Yeah, it still completes quest. We're looking at 4 mana. We're gonna go for a charge call for a 4-cost card.
I mean, it's
5/5.
5/5, but taunts. Taunts are good. Taunts are fun.
Taunts aren't bad. I think you had to pick Senjin or South Sea Scoundrel here.
Yeah, Air's Revenant is just not impactful enough.
It's not enough attack to clear anything.
I think you have to take the Scoundrel.
Yeah.
Just to trade 5 attack. I don't think 3 attack gets you where you want to go.
Or takes Taz Dingo, Senjin Shield Master.
Yeah, it is dealt with.
Yeah. But I think the other one gets dealt with too. So, man, we're sitting at a point where every draw matters. It's the guy. Oh,
he doesn't even let it touch his hand. He played it so
Spirit
fast.
Path, Tidal Surge, Storm Strike.
It doesn't get an overload card, Fish.
Yeah, I know, but at least you get to clear off the minion here. Heal up.
Yeah, just to clear both of these minions.
Yeah. I mean, it's so unfortunate. You're right. There was no overload card drawn, but there's so many overload cards in deck.
Yeah, like, but it's one at a time.
But I mean, oh yeah, I mean, but you can just have one draw that just kind of changes things. And now Swanky Pants is just gonna start shifting it all face and trying to win. Now we see Lucy in hand. We see Alucia, so that's gonna be a crucial. That might not be as crucial in this matchup. There's the Slogger, real nice pickup. You don't really want to revolve it. But
I honestly, after this value trade,
I think you kind of revolve it because it's another 4-drop. And what if it's? I mean, it can actually. I think you can revolve into the same stuff. Maybe does it? Does it? And hits a Spirit Wolf. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
That's good. That's
Spirit Alpha is a different game plan.
So now they do get a raise. This is a Raise Dead here for for Swanky Pants. Gonna get the Chaplain and a Aug Merchant. So
Yeah.
I guess the way to deal with Alucia is just not have a hand.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Alucia is going to be if we get to a point where, I mean, we're still very... Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's such a big board.
Yeah, creates another spirit, creates the earth elemental.
There's so much taunts, and you can still hero power.
Yeah.
We're looking for a heal totem, probably. Gets the 1/1 instead. Feels kind of bad, but we're sending 2 face. Boom. Sitting with 2, 6, 8, 10, 13 damage on board. Vulgar Homunculus drawn. This is looking not so great anymore for the priest. They have to start clearing things. Alucia's just gonna Alucia's gonna come down and make it so that way the shaman can't progress their quest next turn. And we're gonna clear off the 3/3 and gonna maybe bump a 2/3 as well. But not gonna opt for that. That one wasn't correct. But wow!
Nah, you
Traveling merchant. Dude, that's an 8/9. That's so huge.
Oh, he Alucia. Right, I totally forgot the Alucia. Oh, man. An
Yeah.
8/9.
That's so huge.
The icing on the cake here would be
Heal totem.
No, it's
That's so it's Stone Claw. It's Stone Claw. Okay. But Mick's not taking any chances. We're going to remove everything. But now, I mean, we do see a Vulgar Homunculus in a couple turns, but it's all set up to essentially just get removed. Void Touch the Tendon is pretty good, but it doesn't really do much. It's going to have to remove off one of the Spirit Wolves.
Wait, why? He just killed himself.
How?
He played the Void Touch. Everything does 1 more damage now.
Oh no! He's not quite dead.
Oh, he's
He's
okay.
one off.
One off.
Wait.
Mean,
Okay.
that is some mad. I mean, he's
That
just
is
making sure.
Yeah.
There's no way he comes back.
Cool. Yep. So that's it.
Yeah, maybe Swanky just kind of realized at the end he was.
Yeah, because now it's just Merchant just trades off. So he's gonna ping he's gonna ping the 2/1.
Yeah,
but that's gonna do
Merchant hits 5 on board. Way more than enough.
So congrats to Mick on winning the match. He's gonna get there as soon as he puts in some lethal damage. Make sure that he actually does it and that there's no disconnects or any issues. So there we go.
Gets there without the quest. Don't see that very often.
No, not at all. That was really, really good maneuvering and a really unfortunate, and like a matchup where he just relied on top decks. And that's sometimes what you just gotta do in Hearthstone.
Yeah, without having the overload cards to really continue to push that quest, without having the big swing turns on Perpetual Flame, having to use 2 of them in a turn, having to just very awkward turns early on for Mick, just trying to stay alive, and finally finds a way to push through and solidify that 3-1 win for his team.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna get Mick in here for the interview. Hello.
Whoa. How are you doing?
Doing well. Congratulations.
Great. How are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Great.
Awesome.
I gotta ask. You looked like you took it in stride, but man crick off the top.
Yeah, that was really fun. I was laughing so hard when I saw that.
Okay, yeah,
I
I missed it because seeing that I have looks out of the player crowns, I saw Swanky kind of laughing after it. I think you might have stopped laughing at least visibly, so I didn't see that. But yeah, that was a really funny way to end that one. I mean, you've got to be happy you got there in the next game, honestly. But I mean, it was a fun game to watch all around. I love fast decks.
The last game was way worse than I thought. I really thought that I would get the easy win, but the freeze put the pressure and it was hard actually.
Yeah, not only put the pressure, you really didn't find any overload cards in and overload quest shaman. It was very, very difficult to try and find anything to progress that quest. And you finally got turn 2 done by like turn 8. So I don't think I've ever seen a quest shaman win without having quest completed into an aggro deck, mind you.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm not sure if I was correct, but I wanted to try to not play quests on one because I wanted to put the pressure on the priest. And yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
So
agree with that play. It it required him to go a little bit slower. He had to trade off one of his freshmen, and he had to ping, so he did miss some key turns. You definitely bought yourself some time, and if he chose not to trade in that diligent, you did have a value of the investment opportunity to double draw you an overload card, which probably would have locked the game out a little bit easier for you. So I definitely like that line, and I mean, in an aggro matchup, it's all about board and. I think fighting for board there is just completely fine. I think you made a completely rational decision.
yeah, I'm glad it paid off.
Absolutely. So you got to be surprised to see it. Were you surprised at like a full aggro list coming out from Swanky this week? Seeing how dominant things like Shaman have been um, into aggressive list. And you even brought a pretty decent list, bringing the Demon Hunter as well, which got banned out. So what do you think of the chances on that of your matchup?
Okay, so usually I never do that, but let's just say I scouted Swinky and I saw that he brought 4 aggro decks. I was like, okay, we're just gonna bring 4 good decks that are gonna beat aggro, and it paid off. So
Oh,
Always
guess,
like to see that.
well scouted. Good job
Yeah.
getting that research in. It's always something that's good to do. I know. I've done that. I've in the Wild series. I've done that a couple of times. When I've been playing, where you get a really nice lick up by kind of seeing what your opponent is likely to bring.
Yeah, and that win puts I believe it solidifies you guys for the week after having a bit of a
Yeah.
struggle the first 2 weeks. Must feel nice to be able to give your team the first win on the year.
I think a tie is the only. I think one more game win from one of their members seals it. Because I think it's 12-4. But yeah, no, it's
definitely feels good to get the win.
for sure. I would expect your team to finish strong this week. You have some great players that have yet to go, including your 2-0 player Myanna Dawn. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Very surprised to see Wet Goose as at 1-2, but he's gonna get back.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole the thing about pro is I know people say, Wet Goose in a 5 seed or however you might see it is there's really no seeding, I guess. There is in pro, but it's not PR related season.
Yes.
It's just how well are you playing. So you very well could go up against someone like Wet Goose, who is a top 10 legend player in every 3 of the regions, pretty much every single month. So it's just crazy to see how the dynamic can work like that. And it's just such a wild thing. The 1 through 5 are pretty much all 1 seeds. So really nice to see there.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I mean, for a less experienced player, I think it must be nice to play against better players so you can learn against them. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Fish, any last minute questions for Mick here?
No, I guess the only other thing would be do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say? Unless Gordon has any other questions, you can just go to shout outs and wrap this stream up.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. Yeah,
All right.
Mick, any last minute shout outs, any big talks, anything going on?
Shout out to my team for winning this week. We're gonna get back stronger, and we're gonna win this season.
There you have it.
Yeah, let's go. You'll love to hear the
do it.
confidence. Let's do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being on stream, Mick. Loved having you.
Anytime.
Congratulations on winning, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck going forward, man.
Have a good one, guys.
Yep, you as well. All right.
Nice. Well, the first match was a little bit slower, but man, did the guys really went at it in the Pro Series there to try and finish this up on time. So
Yeah,
um,
it was like an hour. We were sitting at almost like an hour and a half after the first match. Between that, and
yeah,
between that and the between that match and the interview. But these guys got it done in like 30 to 40 minutes.
just a race to the finish.
I
I mean,
know.
very aggressive decks, I think, from
Yeah.
both squads.
Mhm.
Even the Warlock, either the game's being finished by an aggro deck or you've survived long enough where the aggro deck kind of just burns out. So
For sure.
I think that's kind of what we saw in this situation here.
100%.
But yeah, it's been a great night for some Hearthstone.
Indeed, it's been a fantastic night. And I know we have another fantastic night coming up tomorrow. On
I will.
Friday night fights. Are you going to be on that, sir?
Yes, I am back tomorrow night. We have a full night. We're going to have, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got a Pro Series, Ulfric versus Glee.
Ready.
It's going to be a great matchup. Right after that, we're going to be rolling into some Battlegrounds action as the campus season continues into week 3. And then to round it out back to standard into a legacy matchup, Cyan Sheepies versus Dragon Ninja at 10 p.m. So a full night on Friday Night Fights.
Yes.
That will be myself and Rebobson casting.
Yes,
so always
Mr.
great to have
F2L.
Rebob. Yeah, always nice to have him. I know with timing and time zones and stuff, he doesn't always get to cast too much. So it's awesome to have him on Friday nights, and I'm really looking forward to doing that with him there. So it's going to be a great time. I think we've got matches the whole week. I'm actually on stream playing Saturday night as well. So it's a full weekend of Hearthstone, and you definitely do not want to miss it.
Mhm.
If you're taking a break from the mountain, the Master Qualifier, maybe take a peek over here at night. They're definitely done streaming by now. Come on over if you want your full 24/7 Hearthstone addiction to be satisfied.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
all right, Fish. I guess we'll just shut her down, close her out. Any final words?
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you to Swanky Pants and Mick for playing. Thank you to Geranium Battle and Astro Frog for playing as well. And to all the players for using the cams. It's it's great to see reactions and everything. Thank you, Corden, for filling in for our crew. It's much appreciated, my friend. And tune in tomorrow night for more exciting Hearthstone action. Till then, have a fantastic rest of your evening. Stay safe, everybody, and see you then.
See you tomorrow.